Hello, everyone. The Anthony S. You Are Alone. This one's going to be personal because it's going to be talking about my pursuit of what I actually want out of most of these days, most of my efforts, and why I've been able to up the game a little bit in terms of the content I put out and the energy that I put forth compared to any other time in my life. And even though much hasn't changed, for me, everything has changed. It's the well in terms of what I'm willing to get done goes so much deeper. And some days I go back to what I was, and that's fine. I'm still learning, I'm still growing. Don't get me wrong there, but there's a lot of things that if you told me how I was going to be, how I used to think business was ran, you could, fly in, fly out, get stuff done and not actually have to work hard compared to now that I understand what needs to be get done and I'm taking up the challenge. I would say that's not I wouldn't be able to do that. And I'm still trying to add more to it. So I'm going to make this as clear as I can for everyone out there that's trying to either get that next promotion, start that business, start that hobby, even learn a new sport, learn a new language. This is for everything. This is legitimately for everything here. This is not a generality of, oh, you can do it rah rah. No, this is a very specific mindset and process you need to have in your head about what you're doing. This is not a joke. If you're not willing to do this, I strongly suggest you let it go. You can keep listening to me if you want. A lot of my content is me learning about these things from other people or utilizing them in my own life and then regurgitating what I can in a clear manner. This one is very important. I've been thinking about it for probably longer than most of the other pieces of content I put out on this podcast because I cannot overstate it enough. I've put 2 minutes just into starting this conversation. And it goes like this. Along the way, I lost interest in two things. I lost interest in death and I lost interest in money. Now, money's important. You need to live. I get that. I have bills to pay. I have debt to pay. I get that. I have 50 something $1,000 in debt with between school and other things. If you really want to know the clarity of it. And I'm a single person, so I have to do it all myself. I still am sure I have some sort of fear about dying. It doesn't show up ever, but maybe in the moment I will be afraid. I'm sure it'll happen. But deep down, to me, I know money's going to come around. And deep down, I know I'm going to die eventually, so it's really irrelevant when it is. In the meantime, I'm here to do one thing. I'm here to produce. That is my why. Someone asked me to help them create a funnel for a website for a seminar. The only goal I have is filling that room. I don't care about followers. I don't care about likes. I don't even the amount of people that watch this, however fun it is to watch the graph, the only thing I care about is that you guys get something out of it. The only thing I care about is that it produces some sort of effect. Whether it's making money for someone else, helping someone else start playing the guitar more. If I could, I would do everything I can for free. The money is simply a byproduct of my efforts. And if you want to truly do what you want to do and create something that you can make money off and live, it's amazing how little you have to care about the money. But at the same time, you have to recognize what's popular and what's not popular in the world. You have to recognize what you can do, what you can't do. You have to recognize your strengths and weaknesses. But at the end of the day, it's nice to make money. Can't deny it. It's nice to have money. Can't deny it. Money does lead to certain levels of happiness in terms of security. But if all you're thinking about is the money, if you start the real estate company because of the money, if you start selling t-shirts because of the money, the shoes, start trying to find things online because of the money, and do things only for the paycheck, I guarantee you maybe even 999,000 out of 100,000 you will fail. Every once in a while there's someone that can do it just for the money, and that is their process. That's what they enjoy, that dollar sign. They don't make money because they want it. They make it because they like the idea of seeing it come in. It's still about the process for them. They do not give two shits about what their bank account looks like, just the fact that they're making it. And they will be millionaires simply because of that. This is not soft. This is not cuddly. And in fact, the people around me that are supporting me in the fact that they know that we're too soft now, I applaud most, if not all of them. There's a lot of people right now that are seeing what I'm seeing. And every time I talk about this, they say, you know what, you're right. And to those people, they have more self-awareness now than they ever have. They are amazing. And I strongly suggest that you figure out that before you start trying to spend money into business. This isn't an easy game. Trying to become a number two in a company, a big one. You want to be GE's VP of marketing or VP of engineering? That's going to be long and hard. You can make all the dick jokes you want about that. It's going to be long and hard. That will be a process. And you'll have to climb a ladder that very few climb. And you'll have to have more skills than very few people have. Because that's what requires to get to that level. Now, thankfully, there's a lot less competition these days. A lot less people are trying to go for these higher roles, go for these actually making a real company because they don't want to put in the actual efforts. I know I will win because I'm here to produce. If I don't produce, it is really irrelevant how much money I can get together for a company. These are very important topics. And if I ever have to talk to someone that I can tell is not there actually to create something, and they're there just to try to make a quick buck, they will never get a moment of my time. If you come to me and say you love refurbishing fountain pens, and that's your dig and you want to help market that, I'll go to the end of the world for you. And I'll help you as much as I possibly can. But if you tell me that you want to sell Rubik's Cubes because they're the hot item right now, and last week you were doing crypto, find someone else. This is not your club. You're not going to make it. You might have success here and there. You might be able to sit on the shoulders of someone else, but you'll never be happy. It's all about the production. It's all about going through the process of creating something. That's the fun. Lambos are great. Nice houses are awesome. Private jets, really cool. They're really fun. But when it gets quiet and you have to talk to yourself, are you really enjoying the process? And for me, my process is anything I do, I want to work the way it's supposed to. If I market for someone, produce, get people in the room. If I sell things on eBay, produce, make a profit. I don't care what the profit is, but I'm going to try to maximize the heck out of it. That's what I care about. If I'm going to speak in front of a group, I want to change their lives a little. I want to produce. I want someone to do something different because of what I say. And even though that is my why, my big goal, and I'm willing to talk 10 minutes for this, even though it's a 5-minute conversation or a 5-minute podcast, is because I can't overstate this. For someone that's at 9 minutes here, you'll probably win. Because you're willing to listen to the whole process. And some people, after the third time me saying process, got tired and quit. They're listening to a podcast. It required no efforts. And they think they're going to start a company. It's not. Just promise me that you guys will go out there, find what you want to do, and do it because it's what you want to do. Don't do it for the money. Don't become a lawyer because your dad said so and it makes you $120,000 a year. Don't become a dentist because it's one of the potentially easier roles to get in the medical field, which I don't think it is. But apparently people are given that light that they think that's the truth. Enjoy it. This is the Anthony S. You Aren't Alone. I can't go any farther. This is 10 minutes long. You need to hear this. Talk to you all soon.